Okay, speaking of, wait a frickin' second. Why wouldn't a billionaire S breed with a rich man? Wait a friggin' second. Why wouldn't a billionaire S breed with a rich man? Why did she targeted James Gasbolt. She 100% targeted a poor man in the UK who was exposing the Windsor family, obviously connected to the Meyer family, going against their. Why did Haley Meyer target a poor man? Right? If it comes out that she is this, like, seriously, like, emotionless, I'm such a victim. Oh, I'm such a victim, emotionless. Are you kidding me? Do you think she did that out of love? Absolutely not. You are deranged. I mean, sorry, I don't want to like create opinions for you, but how does a billionairess find herself in a relationship with a poor man from across the country if it wasn't for an agenda? Because she didn't do it out of love. If she did it out of love, they would still be together. Naturally, obviously. People piss me off to a degree that, like, makes me want to burn the whole house down. Like, Haley Meyer, I don't hate her, but she pisses me off. That thing, I don't even know what she is. Like, I'm like, it's not a person. I'm like, she was just like a mechanism. This shit pisses me off to a degree that makes me want to burn the whole house down. No, she didn't marry out of love. No, she didn't. She targeted James Casbolt, a poor man in the UK. There's so much more I can say about this because I was friends with her for years. She had no affiliation to him whatsoever. She was like, I am not a super soldier. Like, I have no affiliation. She was like, I was just like waking up to like the evil ways of my family. And then I found James Casbolt. So then you married him. But why? You had nothing in common with him. And the first night that they like got on a Zoom session or Skype back in the day, she just he told me she like immediately just like showed her tits and she's like, I'm a whore. Here's my tits. What man in like 2011 wasn't going to be like, okay, girl's rich as fuck and then she's showing me her tits? What man wouldn't go with that woman? People were asleep back then. They didn't know any different. She did not go for James Casbolt out of love. This was an agenda. This was just an agenda. And it's so hard to like tell the story without like giving, some kind of like emotionally charged, like ad hominem, like, I want to tell it the way I want to tell it, but I just want to tell you the facts. The facts are Haley Meyer did not pursue James Casbolt out of love. There was an agenda. Why does a billionaire S pursue a poor man in the UK if it wasn't for an agenda? Because it certainly wasn't for love. It certainly was not for love. Certainly not. Because if it was for love, that would be easy. If I had Haley's money, that would be easy for me to pursue a relationship with James Casbolt. And I love him. I actually love him for the monster and man that he is. I love him 100% for his entire existence. And I don't have the money that Haley has. So if I pursue him, it's out of love. And if I had the money that Haley had, then naturally circumstances would be different. But then why did this woman pursue him with her money? And it was never out of love. It was only for an agenda. It was only ever for an agenda. Sad as it sounds, sad for him. sad in general. It was an agenda. Because if the tables were turned, things would have been a lot different. What if I had Haley's money? Reality would be a lot different. Haley had all the money in the world to do whatever the F she wanted to do. If she says that she doesn't, it's a lie. She's lying to you because it's evident that she has all the money in the world to do literally whatever she wants. If she says otherwise, it's a freaking lie in my experience. Like from what I have come to recognize, understand, and I've observed, it's a freaking lie. She didn't go after him out of love. She went after him out of an agenda. And God's will be done. Are you kidding me? We can't have these whores running around with this money from this old billionaire regime of these people who just stole land, stole profit, exploiting people for their intelligence. Just they pay them a paycheck and then they just pay them all this money. But the true brilliance comes within the engineers and the day-to-day workers, and they're paying all these fucking old creepy gay dudes, pedophiles, all this money, and they're billionaires. Elon Musk, get the fuck out of here. Can you build a Tesla car? If you can't, get the fuck out. He hires engineers and pays them like a livable wage. Elon Musk, if you can't do what they do, get the fuck out. All of you fucking pieces of shit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say pieces of shit just yet. If you can't do all the jobs of the people that you exploit, then get out. My father's a wealthy man. He can do everything everybody underneath him can do. He's not an asshole. He didn't make his wealth by being a piece of shit. So why do billionaires get to have all this money and they have no skills of the people underneath them? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not upset about it. I'm just saying. When I say get the fuck out of here, I mean get the fuck off this planet. I mean get the fuck off of this planet. I mean stop breeding. I mean don't have children. I mean leave the planet. I mean starve. I mean, reallocate your resources or starve. I mean, evolve or die. When I say get the fuck out of here, I mean evolve or die. Jeff Bezos, if you can't do the job of everybody underneath you, evolve or die. I could say get the fuck out of here. What I mean specifically is evolve or die. You can't exploit people for their knowledge while you get rich. I mean, like you can to a certain extent, that's fine. But to the extent that you pieces of shit have been doing it, sorry, I shouldn't say pieces of shit. To the extent that you entrepreneurs have been doing it, it's gone too far. And you're doing harm. And you're doing harm against love. You're doing harm against beauty and what is beautiful and what is normal and what is right. And if you breed, I hope you don't, but like your kids, like can't be evil like you. Like nobody wants this shit. Stop. Just stop. Y'all need to stop. Haley didn't come to James Caswell because she was in love with him. She went to him because she was a billionaire's daughter. She was a little honeypot beta sex kitten, just groomed and just like ready to show him her tits and all her money to do whatever she wanted with him. That's not going to work going forward. That's not sustainable. All I'm saying is that's not sustainable. You people need to figure it out. Snake eats its own tail, snake eats its own tail. You evolve or you die. That's it. You evolve or you die. And there is no other option because what you've been doing and what you're doing, I'm not saying you're doing it out of militia, maybe you've been allowed to run on for a long time and no one's ever cut you down. You gotta get cut. These people gotta get cut down. They gotta get cut the frick down. You gotta get cut down. You gotta get cut down. Jeff Bezos doesn't get to be a giant swinging wiener in the affairs of the world. Elon Musk doesn't get to be a giant swinging wiener in the ways of the world when the brightest individuals you employ them and you can't do their jobs. And then you exploit them like knowingly or unknowingly. Like, it can't happen. It can't keep going on that way. You can't keep pursuing people and exploiting them for their semen or their knowledge or their wisdom, their genetics. They might be better than you in some sense, but you can't exploit them for what they possess naturally that you don't have organically. It's over. It's done. And God's will be done. Like, I just don't know how else to put it. You can't. It's like it's absolutely over. It's absolutely done. I don't know. I said it. Like, it's over, it's done. Like, I don't need to even emphasize that. And I'm not even like super emotionally charged about it. I said it. It's done. You're done. You might think, it will never end because I just have this much money and this much power. But it takes 2 seconds for a little tiny girl in Austin, Texas to say, actually, your time is up. You're done. Who's this little tiny girl? I don't know. I'm like a little seed of somebody who came to say, you're done. That's it. I'm just a little tiny messenger. I'm just a little tiny seed of somebody who maybe might not be little and tiny, just to say, you're done. It's over. Evolve or die. Because this shit ain't sustainable, and you know it. And you know it. And then, like, depopulation is also a part of that. So, like, in the singularity, like, I understand, like, yeah, a lot of people are gonna die. Yeah, naturally. Okay. So after that, like, it ain't gonna be you, dude. It ain't gonna be you. And that might be a relief. That's probably gonna be a relief to you. So yeah, no, it's like, we've arrived. So, like, cheers.